Hey everyone, so you either made it over from TikTok or you found this video on YouTube. Either way, good job and welcome. So this is going to be a review of the UADA Skin Honeycomb Cleanse and Kojic Acid Cleanser. This is what it looks like. The product actually does come out that color and I have been using it for a month. Now, let's get right into thoughts. So the first time I used it, I honestly was like, this smells like pine sol or Dettol. The scent knocked me back, y'all. It was really strong the first time I used it. However, I would say that was likely because one, I am sensitive to scents, and two, 95% of my skincare doesn't actually have scents currently. So using something that is really scented was like strong for me. However, after like 2 weeks of using it, I don't even notice the scent anymore. Like if I go and smell it now, it doesn't even smell to me as strong as it did the very first day that I used it on my face. So now it doesn't smell that strong. I don't know if the scent is from the honeycomb or the kojic acid, but if we look at the ingredients, it does say fragrance. So I don't know what type of fragrance, but I'm assuming that's partially where the scent comes from as well. The ingredients are on the label. We have aloe, some avocado oil, glycerin, kojic acid, turmeric, tea tree. I'm assuming turmeric is why the color is so yellow as well. As you know, turmeric is quite yellow. So there is that. Two, do I think it has been a miracle product for my skin? No, because I still do have a lot of hyperpigmentation, as you can see, but I do think the product is working. At some point in the video, possibly here, I will insert some photos and we'll go through it. So probably that. So these are the photos. This is the day I started. So 3/20, okay? I do circle this red dot because this scar was sort of like very new, if that makes sense. So keep that in mind. This is 3/26. And I had these sudden breakouts, but I don't think they were caused by the product because it was only on this side. This is the other side. Like, see, we're completely fine. 4/9, still have those like just breakouts on that side. And then most recently, 4/23. And I did a comparison here, or rather it's coming up of that like same spot. It's still there. It's not completely gone within the month, but at least it's not like, super visible or anything. I will say probably the first week of using the product or so, I had like a breakout on this side of my face. So you might see that in some of the photos, but I don't think that it was because of this product. One, because I only broke out on this side. And if I think it was because of this, I think I would have done it all over. And really it was like clustered. So I had 3 here, a couple here, and then 1 up here. And as you can see, I sort of still have the scars from them, and you'll see them in the photos as well. So here, and this one was from that week. It's very new. So for me, I just think whenever I break out, I scar pretty heavily. But as you can see, it's not like they've disappeared. But I do think like the product has been working for me because like my breakouts, I haven't been having a lot of like heavy breakouts or even, what do you call it? Like, like the ones that you get around like your chin area and stuff, hormonal acne. I haven't gotten a lot of hormonal and cystic acne since I've been using this. And also, well, TMI, even through, during my period, like I wasn't breaking out heavily. So I do think it's working. I will say like whenever I use it, it gives my skin a really soft feeling. Is it just me, or does it leave like your skin feeling really soft? I had to like clock that the first time, and I was like, let me make sure that this is the product that's making me feel like that. So I made note to say every time I use it, does my skin feel like this really soft way? It does. And the way I use it is about maybe like 4 times a week or so. I will use it as a cleanse. I only wash my face with soap like once a day, unless for some reason I'm washing it twice. But I don't think it's something I can use every day with all the other actives that I'm using. For example, like faded topicals with this, that, you know, anything else. It might just be too much for my skin because it still does have an acid in it. It has like the kojic acid in it, right? So for me personally, if I use too many actives on my skin, it's just gonna feel like itchy, scratchy, and I don't want that. So I would say about 4 days a week. I've been using it for the past month, and I think so far so good. But I mean, also I bought it and I'm gonna use it. That's gonna be the short version of it. I bought it and I'm gonna use it. So there is that. So I do think it's working. I just think it's probably gonna take quite some time, especially with a lot of these acne scars that are much older, to get rid of them. They're probably really deep in my skin now. I tend to rescar in the exact same area or get pimples in the exact same area. So I think to get rid of that, obviously it's gonna take some time. It probably takes sometimes like even 6 months to see real results with your skin. So I really don't think, it's not like the product is not working. Honestly, I will take the no acne, you know, over getting like a whole set of pimples and stuff like that. Control my acne, we're good to go. Now, some things that I think the brand could do to improve. So this is more for the brand owner than anything. It does come with the little clip around this area, and I really do love those in a lot of products, so that if you're like traveling or anything like that, you can put it on there. That way the bottle is not squeezing, even though it does have the open and close. I would say, however, the clip that is used on this was really hard for me to get off. It was like a different type, just one that's a little clasp a little bit tighter, and it was a little hard for me to break into the products, I'm not gonna lie. So if you have somebody that may be struggling or doesn't have much power in their hand, that might be a little hard for them to get off. Just keep in mind. I do have other products that have come with the same thing, but theirs have been just a little bit easier to get off. Also the label, so the instructions on the label say dispense products on towel loofah, work products into a creamy lather, wash your entire body from the neck down, focusing on the troubled areas, if necessary rinse well and pat dry. I use this for my face, and I know you do market it towards using it for your face as well. However, if I were in the store and I picked this up, I would not think this is a product that can be used on the face because you don't say it on the label. So I would think just change the instructions on the label. That way you can make it clear that it can also be used on the face as well as on the body. Ooh, other thoughts. I don't know. So far, you know, so far so good. We'll keep going. It's only been month one. I will drop the link below to this website so you guys can go and check out the product if you wish. But if you have used the product, I would love to know your thoughts, your experience, and you know, any tips and tricks that you have of really, let's say, speeding up the process on my hyperpigmentation. But that is something we're working on, so you can check out other videos on that and see how far we've come. All right, thank y'all.